Okay, so this is the first of 10 interviews. He's laughing at me right now because someone interrupted us when we filmed the first time, so we only got like a minute in, but it's okay. So this is the first of 10 interviews I'm doing with other grad students and members of the math department, where we're getting my PhD at. So the first person I'm speaking with is one of my best friends here. His name is Auttawich Manui, although it's not pronounced Auttawich. So how do you pronounce your name again for people? Auttawich. And he's from Thailand. This is the reason why. But although you probably would think otherwise, because Auttawich sounds European almost, and most people that I talk to is like, what's his name? It's Auttawich or Auttawich. But I think one semester when he was teaching as a GTA here, you had your students call you John.
Yes.
Why did you have them call you John?
It's come from Jon Snow.
Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't really seen Game of Thrones. I've seen bits and pieces. Like my parents really got into the show like a year ago, 2 years ago. So they know who Jon Snow is, but I don't know anything about him. I know that he knows nothing. That's about it. Everyone in the show says, Jon Snow, you know nothing. Correct? Do I have that right, at least?
Maybe.
Maybe. You watched the show, you don't remember? That was like a meme. Huh?
Yeah,
from a few years ago.
So.
When's the last time you watched the show?
Last 2 years.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't really get much time to watch TV. Do you watch any TV at all? No. Do you watch any movies?
No.
Do you listen to music?
Yes.
What music do you listen to?
Thai music.
Thai music. Do you listen to American pop music? Do you listen to K-pop?
I listen to some country music, but I don't know the name of the music anyway.
The name of the like country music?
Yeah.
You mean like Toby Keith?
I don't know the name of the artist, so that's why.
I bring it. Yeah, whatever. So, all right. So, what can we talk about first? So you're originally from Thailand.
Yes.
When did you move to the United States? At least, for working.
For what?
Being a student. When did you first get to the U.S.?
I think I came here 7 years ago and come back to Thai again, and then come here for study here.
So you were originally here 7 years ago, and then you went back to Thailand for a bit?
No, just stay there for just 4 months, and then come back to Thai and come here at 2021.
So 2021,
yeah.
Okay. Now, I remember you told me that you started the program, the PhD program, 1 year before me. What semester did you come in?
Spring
2020?
2021 or 20?
Well, I came here in fall 21, and I came here after you. You were here before me.
So maybe spring 2021.
Spring 2021?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's you. So you came in like in the second half of
yes.
the first year. You weren't here in the beginning.
Yes, because of the pandemic.
So because of the pandemic, but you didn't have like. But didn't you tell me that when that very first year you were here, when we were still remote learning during the pandemic, you were still in Thailand and you did only virtual learning.
Oh, yeah.
So you turned on the computer and were watching lectures.
Yeah.
Which on American time was probably like 11 a.m., but for Thailand time it was like 4 a.m. or something. I probably don't have that right. But I remember you told me that it was like 4 a.m. during the measure theory lectures.
Yeah.
How did you do that? You told me you slept most of the time.
He record anyway, so I keep watching the record. So
the what? The recording. Okay, all right. Did you start with measure theory 1? Or
no.
Did you so you went straight to measure theory 2?
Yes.
So what about abstract algebra?
Abstract 2 as well.
Okay, so you missed the first semesters of both.
Yep.
And then you took qualifying exam.
Yes.
And how'd that go?
Well, it didn't go well. So.
It didn't go well.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned my qualifying exam a lot on the channel.
Yeah.
And I talk about how it has a reputation of being really rough.
Yeah. I watched that too.
You what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, you watched that video
yeah.
too? Okay. When did you discover the YouTube channel? Some people in the department discovered it on their own. I can't remember if I showed you or...
No, I think Amanda told me.
Oh, Amanda told you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, well, I guess I mentioned Amanda's name. It's okay. She won't care. So, some people did. I remember when the channel like started getting picked up, like people started watching it. I got text messages. Do you know? You probably don't know Zhao Fang down the hall. She was the first one.
I know.
You know her? Okay. She texted me. She goes, "Hey, is this you?" And I watched it. I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And a couple other people did too. I was like, "Oh, everyone knows." So, but it's okay. So let me ask you about, because I talk about the qualifying exam a lot on the channel, like my preparation for it.
Yeah.
How did you prepare for it? Oh, he's smiling. He didn't prepare for it. How did you do it?
Do some problem for the old qualifying exam.
Yeah.
But that's it.
So you just did old qualifying. What happens if you got stuck and didn't know how to do it?
I asked professor here sometime.
Oh, you talked to the professor sometimes?
Yeah, but just 2 times.
Just twice? Did you talk to any grad students?
Nope.
The first year you told me you didn't really talk to many people.
Yeah, because I don't understand what they're talking.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was one guy here.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he was American like me. And he would only speak in pop culture references a lot. Like, unless you were like deeply, like you understood American culture and memes essentially very well. For you, it'd probably be like impossible to talk to. He didn't understand anything he said.
He showed me a joke sometime too, but it's just okay. Yes.
You just smile and nod.
Yes.
And then move on. Oh yeah, that's really funny. And then you roll your eyes. But I did mention on here, I wrote down English as a topping point. I have a couple topics here, but I wrote down English because I remember when we first really started talking to each other, you would do like one word at a time.
Yeah.
But now it's like you're fluent almost in English. So how was that? How do you get from? Because I only really know how to speak English. I know some Spanish from high school, but I don't use it. So how do you learn English? That's a dumb question, but I don't know how to ask it.
At the beginning or just here?
At the beginning, but how do you like get proficient? How do you keep up on it? I guess, because that would be like a major barrier for me if I had to go somewhere else and they spoke a completely different language.
Yeah. So basically, in Thai, we teach English all the time.
Yeah.
But well, I'm a bad student, so.
You're a bad student? That's not true.
Oh, I care math, but I didn't care about English at all.
So you really like the math, but you not so much the English?
Yeah.
Okay, so your love of math drove you. It's like, okay, I got to know English if I want to do math.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, so.
How much do you hate the English language?
So much. I hate it so much.
So much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everyone says that's learning it, because there's a lot of people here that English isn't their first language. They talk about how. Oh, I got a text message. Let me put that on mute. They talk about just how difficult it is, and I know why, because I sometimes see why. They explain it to me. But, whatever. Your English is good. I understand. My Thai is horrible. I'll put it that way. Because I remember we were sitting and talking about letters of the Thai alphabet.
Yeah.
And then you were like listing like 5 of them in a row, and you just went call, fall. Am I doing that right?
Okay, let me say that one. My.
So all those are different words.
Yes.
So what does it translate to in English?
My is like why.
Why?
My is no.
Okay.
I think my is wood.
Wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
My is burn.
Burn?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if this was like a sentence or something, because there's this one English sentence. I'll get off English here in a second, but there's like this one English sentence that's like, before was, is.
Okay.
It's an actual English sentence, but each like was does something different in the sentence, more or less. But it's whatever. All right. So when you were in middle school, you did the International Math Olympiad. Is that true? Or the middle school version?
Middle school, yeah.
Yeah, in middle school. How does that different from... You didn't do the high school version, right?
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't pass, so that's why.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. But you got to travel a lot, right? Where all did you...
2 or 3 times, I think. 2. Let's do 2.
Where did you go when you traveled?
1 to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong?
Or Taiwan. Hong Kong maybe.
Hong
and
Kong. You don't remember?
Yeah.
It was either Hong Kong or Thailand.
And another one
or Taiwan, sorry, yeah.
South Africa.
South Africa?
Yeah.
What about, was there a third time? Did you go to the Canada to do, no, you know, the Banff trip was the first trip to Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Because me and you were the only ones that went to Banff.
Yes.
Or grad students that went to Banff, because you got an invitation from your advisor.
Yes.
Like a week before my advisor gave me an invitation, and I had like 3 days to buy the plane ticket and figure out what all I needed, because it was such a last minute thing. And then there was a third person invited, but he said no. So it was just us two there. How much did you like the Banff trip?
Oh, I like so much. I'm gonna go again.
He liked it so much he's going back, and you're gonna do the hiking trail that we missed. How long is the hiking trail there? The one, Johnston Trail.
I'm not sure, but it might take 4 to 6 hours.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, like, what's the length? Like,
I'm not sure. That's why.
oh, okay.
I keep forgetting.
I thought it was like maybe 10 miles or something, which is kind of insane for a hiking trail.
I think 8 or 10, something like
8
that.
or 10 miles.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is in kilometers. They use kilometers up there.
Yeah.
Which, like, look, I know the metric system. I know the conversions.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the important ones. It's just my brain is built on the U.S. system. So when someone says something's 5 kilometers away, I have to convert in my head to figure out how far it is.
Yeah, I get what you mean. So that happened to me too here.
Oh, really? So when you're driving down the road and you see 35, you're just like, oh crap, that's not kilometers per hour. That's miles per hour. Out of you still getting your driver's license here?
Yes, I plan.
You're still planning on it? Did you go to the classes?
I finished all the class about driving. The remaining thing just going to test.
Who drives with you? Like, to check to make sure you're, like, if you have your learner's permit, someone has to be with you when you drive.
I go to school.
So the person there rides with you. Okay. Let's talk about actual math stuff and how you manage other time. We've only really talked about like maybe 6 things on this list of 25 stuff. So anything here in particular that you really are passionate about that you want to mention, or I'll just pick something?
You can pick something.
I'll just pick anything?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get your college degree in? Like your undergraduate degree? You were still in Thailand?
Yes, in Thai.
Where did you get your degree? Was it math?
Yeah, math.
Okay, so you didn't switch over
Yeah.
like I did. Because in the beginning, I pretty much did like a little bit here, a little bit there, and then I was doing math, and then it was too hard for me, so I gave up and did something else. Did it ever get too hard for you, or you just stuck with it?
I just do math all the time.
You just did math all the time?
Yeah.
Why? When did you start doing
My mom.
math? Your
My
mom.
mom, yeah.
Your mom is the one that pushed you to math.
Yes.
Why?
She is a teacher.
Like what grade? Or
Uh,
college?
So she stay in the south of Thailand. So during that time, she's teaching everything: math, biology, chemistry.
Oh, it's like high school? High school level stuff?
Middle school.
Oh, middle school. Okay.
And lower than that, kindergarten as well.
Wait, so she did everything from like K through middle school?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's quite old, sorry. So, but we didn't have something like that anymore.
Oh, okay. So it's different now?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she still teach?
No.
She retired?
She do the different stuff. She do the management in the school now.
Oh, she does like administrative work.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did she push you toward math and not like biology or chemistry or anything like that?
Actually, she did everything, but she keeps saying like math is hard, so I should focus on that a lot. So.
Focus on the math because it's hard?
Yeah.
Okay. Was she okay with you moving to the U.S. to study math?
Maybe no, but I don't mind. So.
Okay. Maybe not, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did math like get hard? Because for me, I started doing it. I wasn't really interested in math until like maybe the 8th grade. I mean, I appreciated math, and then 8th grade is when I really started to like it, and it was pretty easy for me, up until logic entered the room, and I had to write proofs and stuff like that, and that's kind of what derailed me there. When was that moment for you, or has it not come yet?
The thing is, I do math contests all the time when I'm middle school as well. Before that as well, and it's so hard to do the question.
So it started out hard.
Yeah.
So with your mom there, it was what helped keep you going.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you call but you had like a natural talent for math? Or was it just mostly practice?
Practice.
Yeah. Okay. So see, the reason I asked this question is because like 2 weeks ago, I made a video and it got like 200,000 views. And it was about natural born talent versus practice. So which one do you think played a bigger role in helping you get here? Was it practice or talent?
Practice for sure.
Practice for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I dropped everything except math.
You dropped all except math, so
yeah.
Okay. Like English? That's out the window.
Yes.
We don't need English.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate you saying that.
Well, I have some boosts as well. My mom pay me if I...
Like books?
No, when I go to math contest, if I got some prize, she pay me.
Oh, she gave you much. She bribed you.
Yes.
Okay, that's the word. She bribed you to get good math scores. For me, it was my dad, but I didn't do math contests. Like I was unaware that those existed.
Yeah.
Because I was from like a small country town in our state. and basically that's a town that you don't really leave, so you have to like, put in effort to get out there and move to like a bigger city and pursue something. Whatever, who cares? How do you manage your time, I guess? Like, how do you make sure that nothing gets piled up on top of each other so that you're just constantly digging yourself out of a hole? You know what I'm asking?
Yeah, but I think I'm so bad about the manage time, so...
You don't have good time management? Yeah, you were late to this meeting today. But I don't really care. We have some time.
Yeah, so...
How do you make sure that the homework gets done? Like in the foyer?
Just keep going.
You just do it?
Yeah, I can do math problem for a week. That's fine for me. I don't give up, so...
Is there anything that you kind of like put on the back burner, like I really should do that, but I have homework to do, so I do the homework instead?
Yeah.
Like what? You have an example?
Any chore.
What'd you say? Oh, chores?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate it, so...
You hate chores? Yeah, me too. I hate chores. Because for me, it's like, yeah, I gotta wash the dishes, but I really should do my math homework, and I'm gonna do that instead because I don't like washing dishes.
Yeah, I didn't do anything, just do math.
You just do math?
And playing games.
Do you live alone?
Yeah.
Do you like living alone?
Well, I have a girlfriend, but...
She lives in Thailand.
Yes, so... It's not bad.
How often do you talk to her? Because that would be difficult, talking to... having a girlfriend that lives on the other side of the planet.
So before I'm teaching, we talk a lot. So because I have a lot of time, and she didn't start work yet.
Yeah.
But after I start teaching, I didn't have time, and she started working as well. So one per week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking to someone that lives not as far away, but it didn't really work out. Yeah, I don't like living alone. It's because I live alone too. I hate it. I like coming here and talking to you guys because otherwise it's just me in an apartment. So, do you have any tips for people that, are living alone like me and you to help them?
Well, for me, I think
not get cabin fever. Are you familiar with that phrase, cabin fever?
Mm-mm.
Okay, whatever. Some people will get it. So, how do you manage it?
You have to hang on something. So for me, it's just playing game all the time.
Video games?
Yes.
What video games you like?
Everything on PS5. So before I come here, I just play everything on computer.
PC gaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not anymore because I don't want to bring PC here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just play everything on PS5.
Anything PS5. Yeah. Do you play this new Spider-Man?
Yes.
I asked this question because he's wearing a hoodie. It says Marvel. It's decked out in all Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
My brother bought a PS5 not too long ago. It came with Spider-Man 2. And he said he didn't really like it. I don't know. I think me and my brother are getting old. Like, some of the video games we like to play anymore, it's just... I can't keep up with it sometimes. I like the Dark Souls games.
Yeah, that's fun.
Do you like Dark Souls?
Yes.
You've played it before?
Yes.
Which one do you like?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's not Dark Souls, but it basically is.
Yeah. It's so Bond game anyway.
Oh, it's so big. Yeah. It's the game that I'm playing now. When I have free time.
Yeah.
And I want to remain sane, I'll play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
For like maybe 2 hours and then do something else. How do you stay fit? How do you manage not ballooning up in size like someone I know? Points at myself.
I just go to gym all the time.
How often do you go to the gym? How do you find time to go to the gym? You just make time?
Yeah, I try to make all the time. That is the reason I want to drive, because I want to drive to the gym and do every day.
But we have the rec center. You can just walk over there.
But it's too far. It takes too long.
Too far?
I mean, just 1 hour to be there.
Wait, it takes an hour for you to walk to the gym?
45 then?
Well, I mean, it takes me. We live near each other.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's not completely unreasonable, 40 minutes. Because it takes me like 20 minutes to get here. Walking. 20 to 30. Depends on how fast I'm walking.
But you walk faster.
Well, I suppose so. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been going. Are you going to go today? Because I'm going to go.
No, because I have to go. I have a doctor appointment today.
Okay. All right. Well, I know Friday was the only real time that me and you could go to the gym. I've been pretty bad, though. There's been 3 days this week. The last 3 days, I didn't go to the gym. Yeah. And I ate like a pint of ice cream last night. That's why I was up all night. I had so much caffeine in me. I couldn't sleep. But I need to watch it because I'm going to go hiking at Yosemite. And if I don't lose like 20, 30 pounds, I'm not going to be able to do it. Yeah. But whatever. You did your master's degree in mathematics.
Yes.
Afterwards.
Yes.
But it was applied math.
No, pure math.
It was pure? I thought it was applied.
But my thesis is on applied math.
Well, yeah. Your master's, your thesis math that you did. When you do the master's degree, you do the thesis.
Yes.
And it's in applied math.
Yes.
Okay, so why are you pure math and you did your thesis in applied?
So, it looked like applied, so for me, but it's still pure anyway. So just.
Oh, it's applied, but it's really pure in disguise. Okay. Yeah. Can you basically tell me what you proved?
Oh, that's hard.
Or is that too hard to explain?
Just for short, so I just study the solution of some equation.
Okay.
And just observe the behavior of that.
Like a perturbation of it?
Well, it's when it blow up.
Yeah.
So that's it. The point I think for that one, where let's say, where is the solution blow up? So that's it.
Okay, so you have a system of equation or an equation or
yep.
whatever. It's ODEs, right, or PDEs?
Yeah.
PDEs. So you have a system of equations.
Yes.
And you're interested in for what solutions does the system of equations blow up or escape to infinity?
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, I just proved that every solution that have that one blow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did your advisor pick the problem for you?
Yes.
Or okay, so it's like you went to the guy and you're like, hey, can we work together? And he goes, yeah, okay, why not? And he says, here's some stuff to look at. And
it's so funny, sorry.
How did it work?
I have I do thesis in my undergrad as well.
Oh, you
did?
did?
So I have professor of that. So I asked him again, can I work with you? He said, I'm lazy. Can you talk to the person next to me, next room to me? So I talked to him.
Yeah.
And he said, okay. So that's it.
Oh, that was it? It was that easy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when I did, because I got my bachelor's in environmental science.
Yeah.
Most of my instructors in my degree, there's people outside talking in the hallway. I hope that's not coming up on the recording. But when I was in my undergraduate degree, getting environmental science degree, most of my instructors were not faculty members. They were, I don't want to say adjuncts, but they may have been adjuncts, meaning that they weren't employed they weren't full-time employees doing research at the university. Yeah. They were just like, this guy was a public health inspector, and now he's teaching public health at the university. Or this guy was the head of the EES department that operated on the campus. So a bunch of my instructors were like that, and that's I think it's probably good if you want like an industry job, but not for an academic job, because they're like, who are these people? They don't do research. If you want to do research, you have to figure that out. Anyway, I'm rambling. When I switched over to math, I pretty much had to take undergraduate algebra and real analysis over again. And the real analysis instructor was the one I worked for, that I did my thesis with. And the only reason I worked with him, apart from being interested in analysis a little bit, I liked them both. But I picked him because he was just a really nice guy. I just liked talking to him. Everything, he was just comfortable to be around. So And he probably held my hand a little too much. Like he helped me where I got stuck, which I appreciated at the time. It's just it didn't really make me a better mathematician.
Yeah.
Did your advisor do a lot of hand holding, or were you on your own? He laughs.
I did my own maybe. But the funny story about my master thesis. So I did everything I asked him, and at the end, because I type English
Yeah.
and I so bad that time, so he keeps saying, "Oh, you type wrong," and then he just switched the laptop in front of him and typing by himself.
So he would retype the English.
Yeah.
But other than that, you were pretty much on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's the reverse for me here, because when I came to this university, I noticed there was so much I didn't understand. I didn't know how to do. I was like, oh, and I came in here thinking that I was like some hotshot. Not overtly, but I did kind of feel like, oh, I got a master's degree. I wrote a paper, blah, blah, blah. And then I came here, I was like, I got humbled pretty quickly. And I was like, oh God, I need to catch up. So then I just started reading just tons of textbooks on real analysis because I was afraid of that qual. But did you read anything for the qual? What books, do you read books in general in analysis, or is it all lecture notes?
Just lecture notes.
Really?
Yeah.
You never really read books?
Because actually, I passed the qualifying Thai before I come here.
Yeah, well, during the master's program, right?
No, PhD.
You did a PhD qualifying exam in Thailand, and you came here, and they're like, we don't recognize it, take ours instead.
I just start for a year and then drop.
Oh, okay.
I pass and then I drop.
Oh, wait. So you were going to do your PhD in Thailand,
Yeah.
and then you just left.
Yep.
Why?
I got a scholarship to be here, so.
Oh, okay.
But I just waiting because of the pandemic. So I said, okay, let's go do 1 year.
Okay.
In Thai, so that's why I didn't read a lot because I already read everything.
Do you care to mention how many times you took the qualifying exam here?
Yeah.
How many times you took it?
3.
You took it 3 times.
Yeah.
That's just the analysis one. How
Yeah.
many times did you take the algebra one?
1.
Just the once?
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I took it the once. I don't think my score was the best, but it was like, I think it was north of 70%, if I had to guess.
I know.
Yeah.
Who can we pass it?
Yeah, we just passed. It's really, it's like no one really cares about your score. It's just like you want to get done with it so you can start doing research.
Yeah.
And also take more classes because we take a lot of classes here. But it's fine. You learn stuff. It's better. What else do I want to talk about? Because we're rolling up on 30 minutes. We can go 45 minutes if you don't mind, but we do have a seminar today at 11. You ever feel like you have imposter syndrome, like you don't belong here?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Some people, like, there's an expression, you fake it till you make it, where they pretend that they belong, and eventually they make their own, they will belong after a while. And some people, like, I wouldn't really say I have imposter syndrome, but there is like moments where I'll be looking at the math, like Egorov's theorem, for example, like when I was trying to memorize it, it's like, do I have what Egorov had when he wrote this theorem? And I'll be like, no. It's like, so do you really think that you can hang out with these guys that do serious levels of math?
Oh, hang out?
Hold up, he didn't understand the question.
Yeah.
He's rethinking it. Do you think that you'll get to the level of our instructors in analysis?
Oh, I see.
Do you think that you're competent enough to be at that level?
Oh, that's tough. Maybe no.
Oh, you don't know? So you don't feel like a big phony?
Yeah.
I don't really. I see it differently. I see it more like, or at least I try to. I try to think of it more as like, look, this is a job. My job is to know this stuff. So that's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to get there eventually. Take micro steps until eventually you get where you're going.
Yeah, but I think if I go back to Thai after I graduate, so I'm not going to do a lot of math, so that's why.
You're not going to do much math when you go back?
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you're done? You got your PhD?
Professor some university.
Professor at a university? Like a Like doing research or just teaching?
I want to do the research, but in Thai I think we have to teach and we have something to do there. It's a stupid thing. I know how
A
to
lot
say.
of like a lot of extra stuff around
Yeah.
the teaching that, or not teaching, but the research that takes away from
Yeah.
doing research.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's kind of similar here too, at least in the department. Some people here do like research exclusively, but it depends. I know my thesis advisor had other responsibilities. Like I think he was pretty active in the teachers union when I was doing my thesis. You know, that's a whole story that I don't want to mention here, but I'll mention it probably in a future video. Another reason why I wanted to talk to you is because you're an international student,
Yes.
not from the U.S. So what was the process like of getting like a work visa and being accepted into a university? Because it's different, because people will comment, at least in the old videos, they'll comment like, hello, my name is so-and-so, I'm from Egypt or wherever, and I would like to go to the U.S. to study, and I don't have anything, I can't answer that question because I have no idea what to say.
Okay.
It might be a tough question because it's different depending on the country.
Yeah, I got a scholarship anyway, so that's why.
So you got a scholarship from Kent or
no.
from
Thai government.
the Thai government? Okay.
Yeah. So they pay everything for me. Not a lot, but they pay anyway. So the thing is, I need to apply anywhere I want.
Okay.
So I should.
So you applied though? They had a program that you applied for?
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, this guy's good enough. We give him a scholarship.
Yeah.
And then they say, all right, where do you want to go?
Yes. So Okay, let me explain the process. So
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's good.
This is scholarship. So you have to take a test.
Yeah.
If you pass the test, and then we're gonna do the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So I do how many? I do 2 interview and 1 test.
Okay.
And I passed everything, so I got a scholarship in Thai. And the process is that you can pick any university in anywhere, not
Anywhere
just
in the
US.
Okay.
And,
So also like Canada and Europe
yes.
and Australia. Okay.
yes, anywhere you want. And if they accept you, that's it. They're gonna pay for me.
Okay. So did they pay for all your expenses, like getting over here, buying a place to live in? Like how did that work?
They pay everything.
They paid for everything,
Yeah.
housing and all that stuff.
What do you say again?
Like when you get here,
Yeah.
like they paid for the plane ticket that got you here. They
Yes.
paid for the condo or the apartment
Yep.
that you live in. They paid for. I think you started out just as a grad student, right?
Yeah.
So they paid for the classes. You didn't have to teach or anything.
Yeah.
But you teach now part time.
Yes.
Okay. So why do you teach part time now?
Because I want to speak more.
You want to speak more. So
Yeah.
so you asked like, please make me a TA.
Yeah.
So they're still paying you, and the university's paying you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find? I don't really want to get into money so much, but do you find it hard to like balance your finances, or no problem?
No problem at all.
No problem. Okay, that's good. That's good, because that was one of the things that I had to think about when I came up here. That me and my dad sat down and talked about, how things were going to get paid. It was a different process.
Yeah. Because I got a scholarship, that's why I don't need to worry about that. But I have to work for them for 10 years after I come back.
So after you finish the program, you have to go back to Thailand and work for at minimum 10 years.
Yes.
Doing a job that they pick for you, or do you have to apply to places?
I can pick anywhere that is a government place.
Let's just, okay, hypothetical. Let's say you go back to Thailand and you just decide to live at home with mom and dad and not work. What will the Thai government say to you?
They're going to sue me.
They'll sue you?
Yeah,
So they're like, you have to prove that you are employed.
Yeah, and it's not good because if they're going to double what they pay for me.
They're going to double what you
Yeah.
pay?
Yeah.
So that's good. Or did I misunderstand?
No, they're going to sue me with the double.
Oh, they sue you so they double your expenses that you owe back to them.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, you have to go back. Because you want to live you told me that you wanted to stay here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or Banff. Banff was really nice. It'd be expensive because it's a tourist town.
Yeah.
But I was there. It felt like home though, almost.
Yeah.
It's I've never been that far west. I'm lying. I've been to Las Vegas, but that was the first time I've been in Canada.
Yeah.
I was outside the U.S. one time before Canada, and that was the Bahamas, which is a couple islands off the coast of Florida. So it's right there. It's right next to the U.S., so it's not really. But this was like up in the mountains in Alberta. What was your favorite part of the Banff trip? Because we did Lake Louise, which was great. It was kind of cold, but it was okay.
The gondola one.
Yeah, the gondola was the other one,
Yeah.
where we actually went on top of, I think it was called Mount Sulphur.
Yes.
Yeah, we went up top with our friends, and there was a shop there and a restaurant.
Yeah.
We walked around. There was also basically it was kind of like a museum, a touristy thing.
Yeah.
Tell you about the wildlife and whatnot. But really the sights, being on the mountain looking across at the other mountains surrounding is the best part. No one really cares about a gift shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. It's been 36 minutes. Maybe do another 5 or 10. I don't really know. How about you pick something? You can also look over here, but we kind of talked about a lot of this stuff. Although you can make up your own topic if you want, if you don't like the stuff I picked.
I don't know, so that's why.
How often do you meet your advisor?
Not a lot, but at least 1 per 2 weeks.
Once a week? Or once every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. When you meet with him, does he give you, like, here, I want you to read this paper, and then present the solution to me privately, or how does that work? What does his workload for you look like?
So right now we just find a problem I want to work on, and I just did some of that and discussed with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still looking for a problem.
Yes.
Okay. And have you made a lot of progress on that yet?
No.
No? Okay. When do you do the candidacy? Have you talked about that with him?
He want me to do this semester.
He wants you to do candidacy this semester.
Yeah, actually he told me last semester as well.
And last semester. So he's just picking semesters at this point. He's like, hopefully he'll do it.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to do.
So, okay. I want to knock on wood for a second, but I'm talking to my advisor. Not last week, I think the week before that. He said, if you can get this thing to work that we've been looking at, which I'll present it at the grad student seminar next week. And if you're free, you can come to it. I'm the first one speaking there. But if it works, if what we're talking about works, he said that we could do the candidacy sometime this year.
That's good. So.
But yeah, that was music to my ears, because at one point I said, okay, let's say that we write this paper. I was saying to him, I was like, let's say that we write this paper, and it gets published and all that. My name's on it. I said, can we do candidacy after that? He goes, no. I'm like, why? He goes, because I don't know what you're going to do your PhD on. He's like, you write a paper, that's great, but what's the PhD on? I'm like, okay. It was just reasonable, but other people have 0 papers written and they still do the candidacy, which is, different advisors do it differently. But he did tell me, he's like, okay, if you do this, we do the candidacy thing. Some people probably don't know what candidacy is. We keep saying candidacy. They probably don't know what it means. You want to explain it?
No.
No. Basically, you do something, you prove something that's in the realm of what you're doing your PhD in. You present it to a bunch of people, and they say, okay, looks good, and then that's it. Then you don't have to take classes. You can just focus on research. And I think they only let you do it if they know it's good enough to present.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's not like the qualifying exam where you fail and have to take it again. The 2 qualifying exams that you didn't pass, how hard were they? Can you explain? Sorry, but can you explain a little bit about what was going through your mind at the time when you were taking it?
So for the first time, I passed the master level.
So the first time you took it, you passed master's level.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second time, I feel the same. So I got the master level anyway.
So you had 2 master's passes working for PhD.
Yeah.
But was it like, did you look at the problems and knew instantly like, oh crap, I'm going to have to take this again? Or was it like, no, I think I can do it?
So I didn't care at all.
You didn't care at all.
Yeah. So I didn't study a lot, like I said. So.
How many problems do you think you did in preparation?
30.
30 problems? Do you know how many I did?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how many I did over 1 year? You see how... Well, shoot, I almost broke my computer. I did easily 1,500. Some of them were like stupid easy. But I was using those as like building block examples. And then others were like hard, qualifying level problems.
Yeah, I just do 3 year. So that means should be 50, right? 15, sorry.
15? What do you mean?
No, 30. Yeah, 30. Because we have real 5, compact 5.
So you did like, but how did you prepare? Like, because there's not really like a system. Like, problem number 1 will look like this. Problem 2 will look like this. They don't really tell you that though.
Just try to do that one, and I read a book sometime as well.
What book? What analysis book you like?
Foreign one.
Foland?
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually where the homework problem I showed you I'd written up, I actually got the solution to that homework problem in that Foland book.
I see.
I was like, I think I need to read, I keep hearing the name Foland. It's like, I should probably read that book. I've talked about what books I like to read on the channel.
This book is a reference of real analysis in Thai. I did, so that's why.
Okay. So you read it in Thai, like that's what they taught from in Thailand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's try and wrap up here. It's been about 40 minutes. Why analysis over algebra? If you're a pure math, those are the 2 subjects. There's the algebra side and the analysis side. How come you chose analysis?
So I choose this one because I think is quite close to real life, like physics or something.
So more applications.
Yeah.
With analysis, I'd agree. I noticed that there's an instructor here. So it's not like you love analysis versus algebra. You'll do either one. You just chose analysis for practical purposes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like doing math for the fun of it, or do you think like, okay, but why is this useful? Because this is where I think pure people and applied people differ.
Yeah.
Applied people are like, I care about solving real world hard difficult problems and using math to solve it, whereas pure people are more philosophical, I think, or at least that's the stereotype. How do you feel about it?
I didn't feel a lot different, so but I think pure might be we make things clean.
You make things clean?
Yeah, like pure.
Okay. Whereas applied is more, it's like there's a lot of coding involved and
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I knew how to code. I really wish I understood computers better, which is insane. That because we're similar in age. Like I think you're a year older than me, right?
Let's say I'm younger.
You say younger. Okay, here's 1 year younger. But yeah, so freaking, I don't really understand computers very well. I know Microsoft Office. I can type up a Word document. I can use Excel, all that stuff. But if you ask me to code something, I took coding classes. But it's just overwhelming for me. I need someone to walk me through it. It's like with math, like I can do math, I just had a lot of people walking me through it to get here. But now it's been like 10, 15 years since 8th grade. So
I still use coding anyway.
They don't use what?
I still use that one.
You still use coding?
Yeah.
So what coding languages do you know?
Python.
Is that the one you recommend? If I'm going to learn it, would you recommend it?
I do Python because it's a free software.
Oh, it's just free. Okay, that's a good reason to use it. Okay.
Yeah, because I think usually we use MATLAB from pure math. Right?
I've used
But you have
MATLAB
to pay,
before.
so-
You have to pay for it. I think the university will pay for it though.
They didn't have software, but they have it on the laptop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the computers here
Yeah,
will have it on it.
I don't want to have in my laptop, so Python is good.
Okay.
It's free.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try Python again. I remember I took the class I took, it was 2015. I was an undergrad. I took a computer science course called Operating Systems. and other things. The title was more complicated than that. But he basically spent 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, maybe more like 10 minutes, explaining Python code. He goes, all right, so what I told you in 10 minutes here, that's basically all of Python. I was like, geez, I know everything about Python now. And then I like used it once for an assignment and never touched it again. I really wish I understood programming more. Okay, we got to wrap up here. So let me ask you another question. What kind of advice do you have for someone that's like 18, 19 years old that's just entering college? Do you have any good advice for them?
For college?
Yeah, like they're transitioning from high school to college, and they have to figure out what they're going to do with their lives.
Oh, that's hard.
Well, just one thing. Like, let me ask it in a different way. You go back in time to when you were 18 and 19 years old. Tell your younger self what to do differently or keep doing.
I just pick something I think is fun and I'm doing good at that.
Just do what you love.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else. I want to say this. I'm going to compliment you for a second. It may make you uncomfortable, but you are always positive. Why are you always positive? You're never in a bad mood.
Well, a bad mood sometimes, but
Yeah, but you don't like let things bother you.
yeah. So I know because I don't want to have bad mood. I mean, if you straight too much,
If you what?
straight,
I'm not
feeling
sure.
straight,
Stressed?
yeah,
Okay, if you feel stressed too much.
that's not good anyway. So
How do you manage it?
playing game,
Video games?
Yeah.
So video games are the answer.
yeah,
Okay, just do what you love.
Yeah.
That's a good reason to do it. All right, this is the last question, and then we have to cut it off. What is your favorite number and why? I'm going to ask all the grad
13.
students. Okay, so I'm going to ask everyone this. So your favorite number as a mathematician is the number 13.
Yep.
Why 13?
So the first thing, if you use 13 and rotate somehow in Thai, is mean ghost.
If you take the number 13
And rotate.
and you rotate it like 90 degrees,
Yeah, in Thai, it
Then it-
means ghost.
it means ghost.
Yeah.
Like a... Okay,
It's ghost.
it means ghost. Why? Why do you like it for that reason?
And the next reason is I moved my house many times, and this number pop up all the time.
So you see this number
Number.
in your life a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you think you see this number?
Well, is this my address?
Oh, it's your... Okay. I have an instructor that gave I asked him what his favorite number was. I think he said 88. And I'm like, why? And he told me the exact same reason you just told me. I was like, I was expecting something great, but no. Oh shoot, the seminar is going to start in 3 minutes. Okay, but before we leave, do you realize that 13 is considered an unlucky evil number?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, that was a pretty good interview.